Today we're going to show off the new GShock Full Metal Square and ask ourselves, is it better than the old one? Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Man Watch Collector Show. Today we're going full metal because GShock came out with another memory in pixel display watch inside a very popular model. Now, I am a lover and an owner of the BMW B5000-D1. Also, I have the beautiful gold version. And yes, they're not watches I wear every day, especially not in sport, as they are pretty darn heavy. But the ones I had celebrated the 35th anniversary of GShock. And believe it or not, that was 7 years ago. But it's not just the new model slapped in the same case. There is actually some big differences you need to know about. Now, it's a big thanks to Francis & Gay Jewelers who sent this watch in for me to review, and I've got to send it back. No transactions were made. Anyway, let's show you the watch, show you all the differences, get my wife's opinion at the end, and let me take you on a fun-filled, full metal ride. Are you metal MIP ready? Let's go. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the GMW-BZ5000D-1ER. Don't think I'm going to remember this reference. But there is a reason why these displays are taking the world by storm, because they are so clear. A lot of people out there are thinking they're looking at these watches in high definition now. It's really interesting that GShock decided to bring this stainless steel version out in a negative display. There's a couple of other references that have been released. The gold one has a positive, which is the other way around from the two that I have. But look at it. When I first got it, I think I called it the T1000 of GShock's. A watch the Liquid Terminator would be happy to own. But these are watches not for beginners. This case is a celebration of the very first GShock that came out in '83 and done in a full metal design. As you can tell from the face of this watch, it's a bit of a scuff monkey. You're going to be annoyed with smudges, scuffs, scrapes, but you know, because it's a GShock, you're going to accept it and love it. And before we talk about everything MIP, let's put these two watches together and just show you the slight differences, because a lot has gone into the construction of these new ones compared to the ones 7 years ago. Head on, there doesn't seem to be a lot of difference. Take a look at my B5000. We have this stainless steel shroud that goes over another stainless steel case, which is then screwed and connected onto the bracelet. Now, I know that the GShock team had to completely rework the design in order to make a stainless steel version shockproof. Now, it would have been quite easy for GShock to have just brought out the same case, changed the look of it a little bit, and whack in a MIP module, but they haven't. Because if you look at the side, this watch has been completely reworked. And it's all about minimizing shock transmission. There is a resin protector inside these two sandwich layers that flex under impact to absorb the shocks. And now, as you can see, the underneath of the case design are in fact also the lugs, which obviously over the last 7 years may have been an issue for some people's full metals. What this does for me aesthetically is break up the size of the case to make it look a little bit more sleeker and slimmer. And I have to say, I really do appreciate that. It's a proper reworked case. This is a GShock, so obviously it's 200 meters water resistant. We have a screw down case back, which has a more radial brushing to it, as opposed to mine, which is more of a polished black lacquer. We have two pushers either side of the case, and everything else there is pretty standard to a GShock Square. The bracelet, to me, looks absolutely identical. I can't see a difference. The only difference being the way the lugs connect to the bracelet. The nifty thing with these links is they are all held together using small spring bars, which in the past, I did actually lose one for a bit, you know, adjusting it and then seeing it boing, fly off into another room. However, it is very unique to this watch, and I haven't had a problem with it since. We've got a push button deploying clasp, which is milled, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 micro adjustment holes. Altogether, this new watch is 172 grams. That's with all the links on. I told you it's a hefty watch. Mine with all the links on is 167, and I can just about feel the difference. For comparison, the average watch in a stainless steel case with a stainless steel bracelet is around the 130, 135 gram mark. So no matter what happens, you are going to feel it on the wrist.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
So just like my B5000, this watch is solar powered and it has multi-band 6. There is Bluetooth connectivity. It just opens up a few more features. On my B5000, functions include the world time, 5 alarms, stopwatch, counting at 1/100th of a second, countdown timer, and that's it. With the new MIP, we have world time, 5 alarms, stopwatch. However, one of the drawbacks with MIP is when you start the stopwatch, it only goes up in seconds. The latest MIP modules, like this one, which is a 3575, when you stop the stopwatch, the 1/100th of a second number is shown up. Anyway, countdown timer, and that's it. With the Bluetooth connectivity, you can change the time. You can also change the display look. But for me, GShock did a fantastic job of making this display look so close to the original digital 7-segment display, I don't think I'd ever want to change it. Yeah. Now, a couple of things I know Casio lovers may not love. First of all, the beeping. Take a listen. Not very loud. Now, my B5000 was known for not being loud, but have a listen. It's a little bit louder. That's going to piss some of you off because the alarms aren't going to be too loud, and that could be a bit of a bummer for you. Now, with this fantastic STN LCD display, which is pretty much GShock's premium display, you have an ice white backlight that rises up and then fades out very premium-like. And to be fair, it's pretty bright. When it comes to the MIP, well, yes, we are dealing with a negative display. Still, like my resin MIP, the backlight is not great. It's readable, but it's not glowy.
Hello.
Okay, on my 6.5-inch wrist and my B5000, well, it's not a shrinking violet, is it? This is a watch to be seen and to be proud to be seen wearing it. That first big link that comes out of the case, it doesn't drop down a lot. Therefore, it could look like an overhang to us small wristers, and you've just got to try and get over that. I'd say if you have a wrist 7 inches or above, I don't think you'd have a problem. With the B5000, I don't actually know the dimensions off by hand on the thickness, but I feel like this is slightly thinner. Not only that, I feel like it hugs my wrist better, and that has to do with the new construction of that case and lug design. And this is all down to Casio not just sitting on a reference, but trying to improve it all the time. So there we go, the GMW BZ5000. What do you think? Now, my watch on the Francis & Gay website, you can get for £374. It has been out for 7 years, and it was around the £450 mark when it came out. These new MIP displays, well, these are £569. And it would break my oath never to pay for a GShock over £500. Because at the end of the day, GShocks are made to be beaten about. So owning watches like this with a lot of polishing on them, and the fact you don't want to break them or scuff them up, just makes your head hurt a bit. However, I think the wearing experience of this new one definitely beats the old one. There's no question. But let's face it, the main reason why you'd want to buy this watch is the display. I mean, you can tell the time from here, can't you? Here it is, my wife's opinion on the new MIP GShock Full Metal Square. Now, I know her thoughts on this, and I know that I'm not allowed to wear the gold one in public when we are together. So I'm looking forward to this one. Oh God, I can't believe you showed me another one of these. Overall, it's way too shiny, way too bulky, ugly, and what's with the hologram? It looks weird. Not as bad as I thought, to be fair, but hologram she's meaning of the display. And to be fair, I mean, it's that crisp and clear. It is cool, isn't it? You know, she doesn't know. She don't know. She don't know. She ain't got taste, you know. You know, God love her. Yes, Casio Corner is back, and we got to say a big thanks to Casio Vintage LCD Watches, because he is showing off a magnificent Casiotron. Yes, the 49CSG-25 from the late 70s. This watch looks so good, Casio should bring it back. It's a magnificent shot, my friend, so thanks for tagging me in. If you'd like to be on the next Casio Corner, all you gotta do, find me on Instagram here and tag me in on one of your Casio posts. Because who knows, next time, the star of the show could be you. Yes, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector channel, we got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scenes footage, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show, like this platoon. Come on! But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I think I have, why don't you take a look at this? This is on another level. I mean, this one was on another level, but this is another level that you've got to go up higher to reach. Come on, you'll love it. Click it, click that level, click it.